Why does 5 minutes on your phone make a 20-minute task feel impossible? You open a short video while your laptop is loading. You tell yourself you are only taking a break. Then you put the phone down, look at the email you need to answer, and suddenly it feels absurdly heavy. The task did not change. You did not suddenly become lazy. But your mind is already looking for the next thing that moves faster, changes quicker, and asks nothing from you. That is why work can feel boring before you have even started it. And it is also why dopamine detox is the wrong way to think about this. You cannot detox dopamine. Your body needs it. Dopamine is involved in learning what is worth pursuing and in helping you move toward rewards. The useful question is not how to remove it. The useful question is why ordinary work feels so weak after your attention has just been fed something effortless and unpredictable. Here is the part that usually happens too fast to notice. You set your phone beside your keyboard and open the document. The first sentence is not difficult. It might take 30 seconds to write. But it gives you no surprise, no new image, no tiny burst of novelty every few seconds. Your phone does. So your hand moves before you make a decision. One check becomes another. The task starts to feel like the thing standing between you and relief. This is not because your phone has permanently damaged your attention in 10 minutes. It is because it has changed the comparison. Your brain has just sampled an easy reward with almost no waiting. Now the first minute of focused work feels more expensive than it really is. That is a terrible position to ask discipline to begin from. You can see this in smaller moments too. A book can feel interesting when it's the first thing you reach for in the morning, then strangely unbearable after 20 minutes of jumping between clips. A walk can feel calm until every quiet second is filled with a podcast, a feed, or another notification. The activity did not lose all its value. Your attention was simply given a faster rhythm before the slower one had a chance to begin. That is why removing every enjoyable thing from your life is unnecessary. The useful lever is not purity, it is sequence. What arrives first quietly becomes the pace the next activity is judged against. When the first reward of the day is immediate and frictionless, ordinary effort can feel like a downgrade. When the first reward is finishing one small piece of something that matters, the phone becomes a break instead of the measure every other task has to live up to. The answer is not to make your whole life joyless. It is to stop making your hardest task compete with your easiest reward. Try this the next time you have something important to do. Before opening social media, choose one task that would make the next hour feel better, not your entire project. One visible piece of it, write the first 3 lines, put the workout clothes on, open the spreadsheet, wash the first dish. Then make the starting action smaller than your resistance. Give yourself 2 minutes, not a heroic focus session. The goal is not to prove that you have willpower. The goal is to let your brain experience movement before it gets offered escape. Finally, move the phone far enough away that reaching for it becomes a choice you can notice. Put it across the room, in a drawer, or outside the first work block. You are not banning it. You are delaying it until the task has had a fair chance to start. That order matters. When distraction arrives first, work has to climb uphill against it. When a small piece of work arrives first, the phone becomes a break instead of the standard everything else has to compete with. At first, the task may still feel dull. That is normal. Discipline is not suddenly supposed to feel like scrolling. What changes is something more useful. You stop rehearsing the belief that every uncomfortable second needs to be escaped. After enough ordinary starts, opening the document no longer feels like a fight with yourself. It becomes the thing you do before the noise begins. Discipline gets easier when distraction stops arriving first. What is the one app that most often gets to you before your important work does? Leave it in the comments.